Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel for the after party. Yeah, that's stupid. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday post July 4th day. Oh man, did you guys have fun yesterday? I had a blast this weekend, and I am paying for it. Whew, man, my fucking hips. This must be what Lady Monkey felt like in high school, man. Oh God, they're sore. Anyhow, I should not be awake. I shouldn't be awake, but I got woke up by the cutest little blonde in the world. I'm sleeping. I finally got to sleep somewhere around 7. And at 1, little butt comes in. Grandpa, it's time to get up. She was, we hadn't had breakfast together yet this week because of my weird sleeping patterns. I've been waking up mid-afternoon, but they were getting ready to leave, and we had not had donuts together, which is a grandpa and little butt thing. So she woke me up specifically so we could have donuts together real quick before they went home. Because she is so cute. She's so cute. And that's why I spoil her the way I do. Good job waiting for Scribe stream to finish first. I didn't even know Scribe was streaming. I know he talks about streaming, and sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. I don't look, guys. I'm sorry. I was bored. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stream. I got shit to talk about. So I don't look at what other people are doing. When you leave a Monkey in the Morning replay for the after party, Zan, were you enjoying it? Did you guys like last night's show? I'm curious. I enjoyed last night. It was a lot of fun. It was a departure for us. And in it's kind of hard to do a show like that because we're watching something else and we don't have it on the screen, largely because my internet sucks donkey balls. But I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. The the absolute asininity we watched last night. Oh my God, those people, you guys! I am telling you, I can't get enough of them, and they just don't stop. They don't stop. And I was thinking about this for a couple of reasons this morning. Well, this afternoon. It's morning for me, you guys. I've only been up for 3 hours. So what would that be in normal people time? This is what, like 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning? Whatever it is. Anyhow, I read a story today about CHOP, the CHAZ. I love how they've all moved it to CHOP. It's all CHOP now. Officially in all the news reports, it's CHOP. I don't know why. I don't know why it was significant to make that change, but that was the push. So that's what it is. That's what it's called. But it was about how things were on the ground there and how it wasn't all summer of lovey, although the story itself is still skewed towards the rioters because, it was all lovey and dovey at first. No, it wasn't. From the very beginning. The first couple of nights, they had problems, but that's all ignored because Mayor Jenny said, "Summer of love. Why is Donald Trump so afraid of democracy?" She's not too worried about democracy now that she's shut down, though. CHOP, is she? The CHOP shop is done. But in this article, they talked to a couple of the security guys, not Raz's crew. Not as far as I know, they're not part of Raz's crew. They don't even mention Raz in there. They do mention that with no police force, it was almost like crime just popped up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, you guys. And oh my God. I said this phrase in regard to something else earlier, not deserved, but predictable. And I don't know if what happened to the people in CHAZ or CHOP was deserved, but it was so very predictable. You take away the people keeping the peace and who investigate crimes and who put away criminals, and it's almost like criminals have free reign. It's almost like they're smart enough to go, "Ooh, there's nobody here going to stop me." So they're talking to this head security guy and his number 2. I think their names were like Slayton Jackass or something like that. I forget their names because they had really cool handles that they used over their expensive walkie-talkies. They were donated by the Jim Brown, John Taylor, something. I forget the John Birch Society. That's what it is. The John Birch Society donated $400 worth of walkie-talkies. That part made me laugh because we're talking about a 6-block area here. You could get those really cheap $10 walkie-talkies at Walmart, and they would work over that whole distance. But $400 donated for the walkie-talkies, and it made them almost like a real force. And then they started talking to the security guy about what was actually happening there. And I got to give this guy a little bit of credit, just a little bit. And then I'll explain why it's a little bit in a moment. Because he did seem to understand at least a hint of what police go through. Because it started with just simple fights. Just started with some fist fights. But then they were building a reputation within the community because, they wanted people to respect them and just do what they're told and them not have to use any kind of force. They just went in there and de-escalated. Now, the best part about their de-escalation tactics, and I'm not making this up, is it went de-escalate it if you can. Don't resort to violence with violence. And if you can't do it without being nonviolent, just leave. That's it. Just leave. I'm like, I don't think that's how you stop things. But all right, let somebody beat somebody to death because you don't want to have to get in there and actually push or shove somebody. I give him just a little bit of credit because he doesn't deserve very much. He was actually upset that he had to help with the investigation of the shootings that went on there. There were, a total of 5 shootings that happened in CHAZ with 2 people dead. And hang on, something's blowing up on my phone. Oh, Snapchat. I'll look at that later. He was upset that he had to talk to the police because we had to because otherwise we're accessories, and that sucks, man. Not it sucks because there's dead people and there's this investigation going on and they want to help catch the bad guys. Nope. Sucks because then they're an accessory. Remember, the second killing there, almost everybody, including this article, which by the way was from CNN, agree came from the CHAZ security forces. They murdered this kid. They murdered a 16-year-old kid. And they shot up his 14-year-old passenger. They, just murdered him. What was the line? What? You're still alive? Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, that was actually caught on video. The one thing I will say about this article is they never once blame the violence on white supremacists or the Proud Boys or any of that other shit you hear from the supporters of the CHAZ and stuff. Even the security guy is like, no, this was all internal. There was a lot of warnings that some white nationalist kind of shit might come in and try to cause trouble, but all of it was internal. All of it was internal. And something you don't hear much about, and this was the first time I've seen these words in any article related to CHAZ, gang activity. Uh-oh, it's almost like the gangs moved in. Because they did. They moved in and they shot people. Good job. But this security guy, he complains. He complains. I'm just one man. I'm not trained for this. When they're talking about how he would be called to deal with people with drug issues or deal with people with mental health issues. It's like, yeah, that's what the police get called for. And you know what? If you do your little defund police thing and you say, oh, there's a dude running around with a gun. He's obviously insane. He's naked and covered in his own shit. Send in the counselor. What counselor are you going to send in with that? What counselor is going to go, yeah, I'll go put my life in danger. That's what I'm paid for. But that's what they think you're supposed to do. This kid was so close to getting it. So close to getting it. He got to experience what it's like. And even then, he's like, I really don't like the police. Those police are bad policey people. It's so fucking stupid. So stupid. You're that close to getting it. You got a taste of what they actually go through day after day after day after day. Just because you see a couple of stories here and there, you can actually read out the names of the people who've been killed by police. whether you're reading out the ones who've been shot and it was justified, or just the ones who were unarmed, or it was an accident, or whatever, you can read out all those names in a very short period of time. You could not read out the names of every person the police interact with every day, because it's millions. I wonder what would the actual count across the entire United States for a year be? Police interactions. It's got to be in the millions, many millions. But you hear about a handful of things, or you see 4 dumbass cops in the George Floyd case. When we were watching the Portland thing last night, there's this guy in Portland. Remember, George Floyd was killed in Minneapolis. A whole different fucking state. Not just a different city, a different state. And there's this guy yelling at the Portland police. How would you like it if I kneeled on your neck for 8 minutes and 46 fucking seconds? Well, nobody would like that. That's why everybody was upset about the George Floyd thing. But those cops had nothing to do with it. They probably never even met those cops. Probably had never even heard of them, like most of us, before this happened. Nah, blame all the cops. All the cops. X43 says 800,000 cops. I'm guessing that's in the United States. Probably into the billions. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. But you only hear about this handful of bad cops. And you know what? We need to go in there, and when there's bad cops, get rid of them. But don't sit there and blame the entire police of the entire nation because of some bad shitheads. All cops are not bastards. All cops are not bad. Most of them are really decent people who are just trying to make a living and keep your city safe. And when you take them away, like they did in CHAZ and CHOP, it's amazing. Shit goes haywire. Fucking 2 shootings, one of them by the security force. I cannot get this in my brain will not accept this. This is a protest because of George Floyd being killed by police. And the security force in CHAZ killed a 16-year-old boy by lighting his ass up with gunfire. Yeah. By the way, 16-year-old black kid. Don't forget that part, because remember, Black Lives Matter. Oh, what an interesting chant when you're shooting a 16-year-old kid, huh? But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. They're peaceful protesters. It's the summer, oh love. It was just the bad apples moved in. Let's say, for argument's sake, that it was just bad apples moved in. It's predictable, you stupid shit. You took away the police. It was a great part. The police, when the first shooting happened, the 19-year-old kid who got shot first and killed. That was when there was the 2 shootings. It was a 19-year-old. What was the other one? Was in his 20s, I believe. I can't remember. Pincalo, thank you so much. The father was never officially notified either. Of the 16-year-old being killed? I didn't know that. Pat says, but blame all of them because a few bad protesters and their tune is different. Right? It's almost like they fucking get it when you do that. And here's the thing. There are a lot of good protesters. There's some that are out there protesting and they're doing the right thing. And they're just like, I'm upset by this. I'm going to peacefully protest like we're supposed to. And then there's what happened in Portland last night. These are not peaceful protesters. And most of CHAZ, especially once the sun went down, was not peaceful. It wasn't. You can watch the videos. They're still up on YouTube. They were destructive shitheads. Anyway, and frankly, they stole a part of a city. They stole part of a city. That's not peaceful. That's not peaceful by any means. But let's say that the outside agitators did come in, and this wasn't the bad people that were just part of this fucking group, and it wasn't the summer of love that Mayor Jenny thought it was. It was nothing but people throwing a fit, and that never goes well, especially when you have grown-ass adults acting like children. This whole thing was fucking stupid. and it never should have been allowed. Speaking of never should have been allowed, Summer, what's her face? I forget her name. Did die when she got hit by that car the other night on the freeway there on I-95 in Seattle. Because the CHAZ protesters, they're not allowed in CHAZ anymore, but they are still protesting. They're still out there protesting, and they've actually gotten louder since they've been kicked out of CHAZ. Nobody cared about it the last, week that it was up. Every night as you're watching, there's very little bit of activity going on. A couple of people walking around the streets. That was pretty much it. But once they told, hey, you guys can't be here, suddenly they're like, oh my God, I got to get out there again. So you have all these assholes out there again. They were trying to start shit at the West Precinct. In CHAZ was the East Precinct that they shut down. And they've been trying to move on the West Precinct ever since then. And over there, they're like, no, you're not. No, get the fuck away from us. So these idiots decide they're going to go protest on the highway, which they've been allowed to do repeatedly over and over and over and over. And the police have been allowing it. Instead of going out there with tear gas, which I believe in Seattle, they're not allowed to use. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember if Seattle's the one that... No, Seattle, they can use it. So yeah, they can even use tear gas. These idiots come out onto the road. You block the road for a minute. You tear gas the fuck out of them, and you move them the fuck off the highway. No. You know what they've been doing? They've been shutting down the highway and letting these idiots sit out there until they get bored, and then they go home, and then they'll reopen the highway. Because that makes sense. That makes sense. Those protesters have been there for 19 days where the women were hit. Yeah, I mean, they're the same protesters who've been... Okay, I watch this shit every night. I'm telling you. And these people aren't new to me. Now, I wasn't aware of the Diaz girl, but I have heard her name before because all of the people who are filming it, running around filming this shit, they know each other and they talk to each other and about each other. And there was some stuff that would go on during the day. And like I said, the CHAZ portion of it was mostly closed down. They'd moved over to the West Precinct. And they really wanted to close down that too. They wanted to close down because we got to have no police. Rape is being investigated too much. We need less police. There's too much police solving murder. We need to be able to shoot with impunity. So these idiots go back out onto the freeway, and this car. Now I've heard different reports whether he was going the right way or not, and I still haven't been able to confirm that one way or another. Either way, he comes flying down the highway at highway speeds, and there's two cars blocking traffic, both of which belong to the protesters, turned sideways on the highway, which nobody was arrested for. Nobody was ticketed for. That was fine. He goes around them to the right, and when he goes around them, he's suddenly right in line with the protesters. So he cuts hard to the left. And unfortunately, that put him right in line with Summer and Miss Diaz. And Miss Diaz is actually her first name, but Miss Diaz. Thank you, the Chaos One. Left is now saying Republicans want segregation followed by reinstating forced volunteer labor. I'm guessing slavery. What is reality anymore? Oh, we can get to that in a moment. We'll get to the Republican Democrat stuff here in a second. So this guy turns hard left. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Turns hard left and runs right into these two girls. Ms. Diaz is in stable, stable, but still serious condition. And Summer died. I'm surprised she didn't die on scene with the way she was hit and the way she flew and the way she landed. Brutal. Like I said, I counted the lines that she flew. They flew 6 lines, which I'm being told is 10 feet apart. So from the time they were hit until the time they splatted, 60 feet in the air on a fucking highway, hit by a car that had to have been doing 70, at least 70. And And unfortunately for them, it was a black guy, so they can't blame. When it first happened, there was a lot of talk about how this guy came onto the highway. He got around the police barricades, you guys, and he had a gun and he was shooting. Swear to God, That's what they were. That was the rumor when it first happened, until people saw the actual video and like, oh yeah, they just got hit by somebody who was trying to drive down the fucking road. She didn't deserve to die, but it was predictable that this was going to happen. The Seattle police said that they're not going to allow people on the highway anymore. And then they closed it down again last night so that these protesters could be out there. They need to stop letting these children play in the fucking road. Most of us learn not to play in the road before we ever even go to kindergarten. As soon as we can walk and we're outside, we're taught, don't go near the road. Don't go in the road. Like, I can't believe this happened. Why? Somebody got hit while standing in a fucking freeway. That's kind of what happens. It's why you're not allowed to just wander down the freeway in most areas. Because it's easy to get hit. This was predictable. She didn't deserve to die, but it's what happens when you play in the freeway and there's a car coming. This is Kyle. Thank you. Speaking of which, everyone should hit that like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Share, subscribe, build statues to me that'll be torn down. Oh my God. Those guys trying to burn the metal statue last night. Oh my God. Oh my God. They tried to burn down a metal statue in Portland last night. I am not making that up. You can go watch it. It's still there. They tried to burn down a metal statue. Yeah, just going to leave that hanging there for a minute. For fuck's sake. What did the elk do to get burned down, though? I don't know. I haven't actually checked much into that. I saw a headline about them doing that. I was told this one was the Oregon Trail statue, not to be confused with the game. Yeah, it looked like a guy, a kid in a wagon wheel. I'm not positive that's what it is, that it's called the Oregon Trail. It's what I was told. Either way, they tried burning down a metal fucking statue. You can't deal with people like that. You can't talk to them rationally. Hit that like button like it's a Seattle protester. Well played, Faithless. Well played indeed. These protesters, man. That CNN article, it's almost like the security guy himself. They were so close to getting it. So close to getting it. The protester or the security guy, he when the 19-year-old got shot, he goes, "We thought the ambulances were going to come in." Well, why? Do you know absolutely nothing about crime scenes and stuff? Because the ambulances wouldn't come in unless the police could come in, because they, are there to protect them. Yeah, when there's an active shooting, that's what happens. It's not like a video game where an ambulance just speeds in on GTA and they just pick up the dead guy, throw him in an ambulance, and drive off. The police accompany them. That's why you see police cars all the time at any kind of scene. They come along. But this fucking asshole Slade or Sliz, whatever his name was, he's like, they didn't come in, and it's not really on them, but it's still on them. Like, you guys wouldn't let them in. The police had to come with them. And there's body cam footage of you guys saying, no, you can't come in. Which, by the way, that young man's parents should sue the absolute shit out of the city of Seattle and Mayor Jenny for allowing that to happen. That was absolutely asinine. Thank you, Buddy Balzac. Last night's stream reminded me of the two old hecklers of the Muppet Show. Me and Jack do that pretty well, don't we? I actually found a little model kit of a monkey from show. I was thinking about making it into a ranting monkey custom if I can. Nice. Or from some show. Gotcha. I see your thing there, Dante. Man, I watch these kids and I watch how the government is handling them. One, they saying kids gloves is a vast understatement. That girl getting hit, That girl getting hit is on the city of Seattle too. Well, actually, it's on the state of Washington because it's the Washington State Police that shut down the highway. You guys have been enabling this shit. You've been enabling this crap that we can see is a tragedy waiting to fucking happen. It's like, bunch of people on a freeway. What could possibly go wrong here? That one video of that semi that almost, it was a tanker truck, almost fucking squished a bunch of them because he got onto the highway before it got blocked off. But the protesters were already there. And he comes barreling at him. And one guy, for some reason, can't get his ass up off the ground. And the tanker truck dude slams his brakes and barely misses this person. Barely misses this moron. And if he had run him the fuck over, that's Darwinism. That's not a tragedy. It's fucking Darwinism. You're playing on a goddamn highway. Get the fuck out of the road. Why do you need to be told this? Do they not say this on Sesame Street or something? They need to start doing it. Have the Teletubbies or Barney or whoever the big guy is with kids these days come out and say, hey, kids, don't play in the street. You might get splatted like Summer. Jesus, fuck, man. But they've been enabling it. And when you enable this behavior, you know what happens? It doesn't stop. It is amazing how when you enable behavior, it continues. They're not just going to, oh my God, we should really not play in the street. They went back out into the street the next fucking night. The next fucking night. After the fucking Washington State Police say we're not going to close it down. And the police close it down anyway. Fucking tear gas, man. All over the highway. Get them the fuck off the road. Stop putting up with that shit and they will stop doing it. So you do get taught in the U.S. to be careful because there are cars in the road. Dangerous since the time we can walk and go outside. That's what they look. Stay out. Has Monkey seen the suspect yet? The suspect. Of the hit and run? Yeah, I've seen him. And I bet you, I would be willing to bet that when certain people saw him, they were like, fuck. Because he's a black guy. And that's not like, oh, black people ran over white girls. No. That sounds like a great rap song. It's not like there's anything great about being a black guy. It's just that now they can't go, oh, those white supremacists got him. What's up, Jack?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Jack.
What?
Oh, I was bored and nothing else really to do, so I jumped on here.
Nice.
Thank you, Hazmat. They've been dancing on the freeway. Yeah. Just talking about Summer dying and how predictable it was.
Oh, yeah.
And I read a CNN article about what life was really like in CHAZ. Which, honest to God, it wasn't that bad of an article, Jack. It wasn't... I was expecting it to be a fluff piece because it's CNN. Over on the Streamlabs, the Chaos One, thank you. YouTube ate my super chat. Left is claiming the Republicans want to reinstate segregation and slavery. What is reality anymore? I got that one too. Thank you so much for the donations. And yeah, like I said, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But Jack, the best part of the article was the security guy who they claim was the head of security, complaining about all of the different kinds of calls he was called on. Because it wasn't just to keep the peace. He had to deal with drug addicts and people who had mental health issues. And that's not what he should be there for.
That's exactly what security's job is. Deal with all the petty bullshit. It's like being a cop.
Welcome to policing, asshole.
Yeah.
It was just so funny that he got that close. I mean, that close to understanding, and the point just went right over his fucking head.
Of course it did, because these people aren't smart.
Thank you, Andrew Joyner. Who said liberalism can go too far? Oh, God. my God. Reading people talk about summer, and there's a lot of people talking about the riots and stuff. I'm sorry, the protests and stuff, who are only getting their news from CNN or even Fox, just reading about it without actually watching any of this shit. Yeah. We are deep in this shit. Me and Jack are like hip deep in this shit. If you want to know what it's really like, ask us. We'll tell you. We've been watching. You can go watch too. It's not like we've done anything special here. We just have a lot of time on our hands.
Yeah, a little too much sometimes.
So, yeah, it's just that we got the time to be watching it. That's what we do. And you read these fluff pieces about these guys and how they're mostly just peaceful. They were setting fires in the middle of the street again last night.
Yeah, it's pathetic how insanely predictable this garbage is. And watching it live is really where the experience lies, because there's a distance between recording. If you watch a recorded video, there's a certain amount of alienation to it. But when you're watching it as it's happening, it really brings out a visceral feel where you know this is going on and this is the nonsense that people believe right now.
Yeah. Hazmat, thank you. They also said she's the voice of Revelations. Who? Summer? Oh, did you see the women who got hit?
No.
Let me see if I can find pictures of them. They've been all over Twitter today.
Was it the pink-haired bitch with the side of her head shaved?
Yeah.
I did see that, but I kind of glossed over it because it looks just like 90 other people that we've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, that's Summer, and there's a picture of Diaz, and she looks familiar because
we've probably seen her in other people's streams as they're all walking around. You know?
Yeah, if I can find a picture, I bet you'd be like, I have seen her. This is Andy No has the pictures up of this is another picture of the girl who died. So you've seen the pink-haired one, right?
Yeah.
There's this one. She's also done the blue hair. By the way, it's also not a she, it's a non-binary. Just throwing that out there too. So I don't want to misgender. This is
still don't know what a non-binary is. Like, do they have tentacles down there or something?
It's this thing. Or was. That's not nice. And this is the gentleman who hit him. Or hit her.
Oh, he's totally white nationalist.
He really is. I heard he's the head of the Klan.
Yeah, he's the head of the Klan and the head of Proud Boys.
I was about to, damn it, you beat me to Proud Boys. Guys,
evils in one. He was super white. That's why he looks dark.
They fucking hate the Proud Boys down there, man.
Oh, they're the West Coast is obsessed with the phantom of the Proud Boys and the Klan. Like, they're just hiding behind every bush, waiting to spring out and get them. It's their boogeyman. It's kind of sad, really.
And by the time those states became states, I mean, the Klan had lost so much of its power by then anyway.
Yeah, the Klan is effectively a joke and has been for decades.
Yeah. Nobody even pays attention to that one picture from that state representative, whatever it was, in North Carolina. Like, oh, the Klan is out in front of the city building. And it was like 12 guys.
Yeah.
Like, you should be laughing at them like the rest of us are.
Yeah, when I was in college, they came to the town and they went to the courthouse there, and they were out having a little rally, and there were like 6 people. They were surrounded by angry protesters and a handful of cops protecting them. And those cops were like, "Yeah, we're not trying real hard." Like, it's 6 guys. Come on.
Gideon, thank you so much. He says, "Hey, Monkey and Bad." That's you, Jack. Yeah. Eyes on member here. I'm glad your crew came in and exposed us to this channel. I love your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the kind words and for watching. We just like to have fun around here. And luckily, there's a lot of stupid people to have fun with.
Yeah. We're kind of mean sometimes to some perspectives, but, you know, it's all in good-natured hilarity because we're laughing.
Merle says that Washington became a state in 1898. Did it really?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
That sounds way too early. Was there a lot of Klan activity in Washington?
No. There's more Bigfoot sightings in Washington than there are Klan sightings.
Let me help anybody out there who's afraid of the Klan. Laugh at these morons. Just laugh at them.
Right?
There's like 10 of them left in the world, clinging to an ideology nobody holds on to.
Yeah, it's so dated and passe at this point, to the point where it's actually hilarious. Yeah, and as much as we mock these people, they deserve the same police protection as anybody else. But yeah, if you're running around like wanting to set crosses on fire in somebody's yard, I don't know, man. That's kind of weird.
Look, they have every right to speak, and I support their right to speak. I even support the Klan's right to protest. Go protest peacefully.
Yeah, get all 5 of you and build one float together.
Yeah. Get on the back of Jethro's truck and ride through town for 10 minutes, and then nobody will care again.
Yeah, I'll go laugh at that.
Yeah, they're talked about right now in the news so much you would think there is major Klan rallies all over like it was the 60s.
Yeah, you'd think they're out burning churches down every week and lynching brown people. But that hasn't happened since like the 60s. And even then, it was a small group. They were a small group up until like since like the 20s when they really got disbanded.
Yeah.
They've been shrinking ever since they lost popularity in the 20s. Because the height of their power was really like post-Civil War.
Yeah. They had a bit of a resurgence with the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
But most of what you hear, it's very much like anything in the news. You hear about the major events. You don't pay attention to the fact that was the only event. That okay, there was this big Klan rally here, and then everybody went home. There you go.
Yeah, because nobody cares. They want to go hang out at a protester with their stupid little tiki torches or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. How does this impact my life in any way?
Ignore
the people standing around a building. I see that all the time. They're called homeless people.
Right. The only difference is now it's these people dressed in their grandpa's robes.
Yeah,
all 10 of them.
Same with like the Black Hebrew Israelites. Nobody covers them because they're a small group. They're weird, and they don't have anything that really says flashy.
Pat says, but when mainstream media amps up the boogeyman with just hearsay, the idiots fall for it. Well, playing up racism in America, we have a unique history with racism here. With like slavery in other countries, did it change demographics of populations at all? Like, because I know the African slave trade wasn't just to the United States; they went other places. They went to the Middle East too.
Oh yeah, they still have slaves in the Middle East. Look at Yemen.
Shh, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. All minorities are pure. All cultures are beautiful.
Right, there you go.
I'm running out of mantras to recite because they change them so often.
I mean, we've had a history with racism, and it's something that it's a boogeyman that's preached to us all the time. And you're supposed to be on the lookout. Remember, microaggressions, guys.
Oh,
microaggressions.
Yeah, microaggressions.
It's not just blatant racism. If a barista says "Have a nice day" to all the white people, but switches it up when a black person gets there and says, "Thanks for stopping by." Oh, you don't want me to have a nice day because you're racist. Got to look for those microaggressions. It's fucking stupid.
If you have to hunt for it, it's probably not intentional. Sorry.
Well, I finally watched that video everybody was talking about where the girl pulls the gun. Have you seen that one yet?
I saw part of it, and I was just like, I don't care about this. Moved on with my day.
It's an interesting video, and here's why. Because it is all framed as though the white chick just lost her mind and pulled a gun.
Yeah, but we didn't see what happened before the recording.
Well,
that's the problem I have with all these, the selective editing, and we don't know what happened up to that point.
What happened in the recording is enough to call bullshit on the narrative.
Of course.
Because there's this black woman is screaming at this white woman for bumping into her daughter and not apologizing. If you listen to the gibberish, you can get that much. And then the white woman tries to apologize for this woman being angry and telling her, look, I love you. I have no problem with black people. This isn't a race thing. I don't know what your goddamn problem is. And the guy goes to back out. And while the daughter starts heading towards the store, for some reason, the mom goes and stands behind their car and then starts screaming that they tried to hit her. And that's when the white woman's like, and pulls out her gun. It's like, no, we're not doing this. And was that overkill? I don't know. She's a pregnant lady and being accosted by a crazy woman.
Yeah.
I have no problem with what happened.
I didn't see enough there to justify the charges that she's facing. I got some super chats backing up here. Real quick. Thank you, Furry Kitten. I had to liquidate 2 entire African villages' children for stem cells, and all I got was a lousy buck. Damn these cheap Chinese dissident imports.
Yeah, just go to Planned Parenthood. They're cheaper.
Wow. Thank you, RVA Dar. Just because I missed Monkey in the morning and besides the dumpster had enough food for the kids this month. Thanks for the donation, man. That's dark. And thank you, Okie Native. The clan is so small now that Hillary only needs one wall to display her pictures with them. I'm not sad.
Not sad. RVA Dar, thank you. Monkey, just to help because Michigan is a hard place to live. Thank you. That is very kind. We're being told that the black lady also hit their car. I didn't see that part, so that's why I did not bring it up. I'm going just by what I saw. I just know you tried to hit me. No, she didn't. Fuck you. You walked behind her car. You were trying to cause a problem. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and this seems like a real big hoax bullshit thing.
It is.
And I'd bet there's a GoFundMe for this family that filmed it.
Sin's latest video shows the full video of that, and the daughter deleted everything. I wonder why. Yeah, right. Too bad you put it on the internet, bitch. Ain't no getting rid of it now.
Yeah, thankfully people back shit up way more often now.
Well, those kind of videos, a lot of people, as soon as it pops up, they'll take their own cap of it. It's theirs now. They'll capture it and at about the 134 mark, they also said, "I'll beat your white ass." That woman was threatening. She threatened to beat that. I'll beat your ass too. Talking to the guy when he's just like, "What is your problem?" So yeah, it's Sean says from the start of the video, sounds like they're trying to provoke a fight. They absolutely are from the very beginning. If somebody bumps into you and doesn't apologize, the proper response is to walk away and go, "What a fucking asshole," not to try to start a fight with them. Anyway, where are we at? We were talking about that crazy bitch.
Real quick. Thank you, tall person. Are you okay? It might be your mic or my speakers, but you sound stuffy. Are you eating all right? Drinking lots of fluids?
Wait, let me guess. Did you just wake up?
Yes, I did.
Ding, ding, ding.
And I do sound a little stuffy because I had the fan on me.
Yeah.
And I always get kind of sinusy from that. And no, I never eat all right because I eat garbage. And drinking lots of fluids, I have been drinking a lot of water lately.
Oh, dude, I crawled into bed last night and a little bit was still in there. And when I go to get in there, Lady Monkey goes, "You can get into your side of the bed." She's not on that side. I'm like, okay. So I go to get in my side of the bed and I scooch in and I end up right on Little Butt. Apparently, as soon as Lady Monkey got out of the bed, she rolled over to Grandpa's side. I tried getting in the bed and literally fell out because there wasn't enough space for me. I'm like, okay. So I get up and I go over to Lady Monkey's side and she's asleep, but she's very restless and she's rolling around and she's about in the middle of the bed and she starts kicking her leg. And I realize what she's trying to do because usually when I get in the bed, the first thing she does is put her foot on me. And so I move my leg closer to her to where her foot touches my leg perfectly still. And she doesn't move again. I'm like, oh, that's my baby. She just needed to be touching Grandpa. I love that kid. I love all 3 of my granddaughters. They're so cute. I walked upstairs this morning and the little one who can't talk yet, soon as she saw me, just the biggest grandpa smile. I love you so much. I will buy you a Porsche. It's a good thing I'm not rich, man. These kids would be so spoiled. Anyhow. Oh, there's other stupid shit I wanted to talk about today, Jack, because of course there's stupid shit. I want to show this because it made me laugh. Pete sent this to the hashtag. I don't know if you saw it this morning, but I laughed my ass off. It's a bunch of people laying in the road,
Yeah.
George Floyd style, and says, "Oh gosh, someone spilled a truckload of assholes." How true is that?
Right. Oh my God. You know, if somebody's not paying attention, it'd be real easy to run over about a dozen of them before you figure out what happened.
Look at this road. This is a country road. I know these kind of roads. These are the kind of roads I drive on. If you're right down there, chances are you cannot see what this is in the road.
No, especially if you're coming down from like a hill, that looks like an incline. Don't do this, people. Don't do this.
Where I live, this road would be either a 45 or a 55.
Yeah, and this is how those driver's ed training classes get made.
Yeah, no shit. This is how summer happens.
I'm telling you, soy on the highway will be a real video before you know it.
It needs to be one. After what happened the other night, that it's there. Soy on the highway.
I'm telling you, I maintain that is. I'm gonna rub that in that I came up with that because I thought it was hilarious.
Tall person, so thank you so much. Who says you don't have to be rich to spoil your grandchildren. You have us. Indeed, indeed. Soy drive, yeah.
But they could have a bedazzled Power Wheels if you were rich.
Faithless says, "Do it. Kill off the dumb and unfit to live." You know what? I'm with you that let Darwinism happen. However, I would feel bad for the driver.
Yeah, you got to live with that.
You got to live with killing an idiot for the rest of your life, or in this case, 100 of them.
Yeah, being an agent of karma or Darwin is a rough thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Thank you, furry kitten. Do you know what happens when you microwave a kitten for 3 minutes?
Oh,
I need to know because my eyes close and I'm on vinegar strokes after about 2 minutes after when I wank. Wow. That's dark, man. That is really dark, furry.
Pat says, Summer's in the afterlife telling herself how stupid she was being. I doubt it. I think when Diaz comes back and we get to hear from her, it will be all about how the struggle is worth it and how she misses her friend, but she understood what the struggle was for.
Yeah, she died for the cause, man. This is how martyrdom happens in the social justice community.
I want to point out that now we're up to 3 bodies from the protest against the killing of one man.
Yeah, well, to be fair, most of those are their own faults.
Well, still, that's 3 deaths over one man, 2 of which were black men.
Yeah.
So, good job on the protest there.
And how many were perpetrated by black men?
Well, in that CNN article I was telling you about, that was one of the things that their little head of security, that part got through to him. He's like,
really?
This is a protest against the killing of black people, and we're killing black people. But then he goes, but we have to try to make sure this doesn't become a thing about black on black violence.
No, I think that needs to be addressed.
Stargazer Nuts, thank you so much. Who says, I was having trouble with the delivery and missed most of this. Will you start over? For you, honey, no. You can just go back.
We would like to, but we have already forgotten 90% of what we said.
I don't know what I say when I do these rants.
There's not a script sometimes.
Right. Oh, God, I'm so glad you said script. That reminded me of the one I wanted to talk about. So Donald Trump gave another speech yesterday or the day. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And all over the internet, morons took part of his speech and made it sound like he was trying to say that Desert Storm was in Vietnam. So here's what happens, Jack. Trump is giving his speech and he's talking about how the heroes of America have prevailed over, the enemy. And he lists all kinds of wars and he's listing them in order. So Vietnam, and then what's next? Desert Storm. Well, they cut it so that he's talking about Vietnam and then Desert Storm, so it makes it sound like he thinks they're together, which he quite obviously wasn't doing. But some jackass, what the hell's his name? Jason, hang on a second, Easley, who runs a publication called Politicus USA. He wrote a story about this. He writes a story about it, and there's a reporter from CNN named Daniel Dale who came out and went, "That's not what Trump said. That is not what Trump said." And this motherfucker actually says this. Daniel Dale says, no, he didn't. He stumbled when trying to say the word sweeping while talking about Desert Storm, but he was just listing wars. He mentioned Vietnam, then stumbling. He mentioned the sweeping victory in Desert Storm didn't make a substantive error. And then he links to the transcript of what Trump said. And this Jason guy writes this, and I am not making this up. Dale pointed to the transcript, which Trump is notorious for not following. The transcript, which he's notorious for not. The transcript of what he said, he doesn't follow.
So he goes from the future to the past to change the script.
Yes. It's fucking Spaceballs again.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that. That's so fucking stupid.
Dale pointed to the transcript, which Trump is notorious for not following.
That's not how transcripts work.
Well, the best part is then he quotes the transcript.
Of course he does.
Which actually has the stumble and everything that Trump did.
All right, that's funny.
So if that was the speech is what you meant to say, what you thought you were talking about, then he followed it perfectly. But it's a transcript, for fuck's sake. Oh my God. These people, man, they're fucking insane. Look, Trump says enough dumb shit that you don't need to make stuff up.
Right? What does he think court stenographers do? Are they resident psychics?
Yes. They're writing what's going to be said in 5 minutes. Sir Wolfgang, thank you. Does anyone else have a headache now? Oh, dude, I woke up to that article. Thank you for the donation. And nope, thank you. Can you back up? It sounds like you just said the CNN guy is the smart one here. He was. I got to give him credit. His name is Daniel Dale. I've never heard of him before, but yeah, he came out like, no, this is bullshit. That's not what happened.
He's new. He won't last long.
No. We should talk about this real quick, Jack. You want to see something glorious? Something make you proud to be an American? So fireworks were banned in California. They weren't allowed. No fireworks shows. And, we're going to make this one big so we can see the whole thing. Look at this. Watch this. This is LA last night. This is LA where they're not allowed to have fireworks. Look at that shit. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
How fucking look, I'm usually not somebody who's for, illegal fireworks. But this is about the birth of our country. And to see even those assholes out in California going, you know what? We're going to celebrate this day. We're going to go out there and we're going to blow shit up American style. When I saw this, I got goosebumps and I was like seeing eagles and shit in my mind.
Right?
Hell yeah.
No, Subpar's right. These aren't just fireworks. That was Chinese crap. These are freedom explosions.
Yes, that's what this is. This is a fuck you to all those people like, you can't do that. America sucks.
Yeah, this is what happens when Americans blow their wad. You just see fireworks in the sky, these beautiful lights. They're all freedom. And if you listen to that clip, the reporters are so pissed off.
They're like, I forgot to play the audio. Let's watch that again because one, it's beautiful, and we'll listen to the audio this time. My bad. I forgot to click the little audio button. There we go.
On this, more people have been
Can we hear?
unfortunately setting off illegal fireworks. I mean, it is quite the sight, but this is not supposed to be happening. I mean, you could be fined up to $50,000.
This is not supposed to be happening.
15.
This is not supposed to be happening, you guys. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. Hazmat, thank you. The reason why my fleshlight melted a little, or that's the reason my fleshlight melted a little. You and that fleshlight need to get married, man. I feel like you guys have a relationship that it's one for the ages. It's a Romeo and Juliet thing. It's kind of low, monkey. Sorry, guys. You can find it. It's on my timeline. I'll throw the link in the chat so you guys can watch it yourselves as well.
Yeah, it's filmed by somebody watching a TV, so the audio is going to be garbage.
Yeah. This is it's not directly from their feed. I need to go over here and make sure I didn't miss something. No, okay. I was watching something and there was a ding that went off when I was trying to get that set up. Go ahead. You were saying?
No, it just goes to show the media's bias. They hate this country. They hate the fact that people don't just fall in line. If you want that shit, go to Europe, because everybody that's fun came here or Australia.
Subpar in chat says, you know what ain't supposed to happen? People getting away with burning and rioting. Kiss my brown American ass. America, bitch.
Damn right.
Hell yeah. It is funny, right? How dare they be doing this? I bet you you know what, that reporter, I would love to see if there's ever, like the riot stuff that's happening, because some of that happened in LA as well. We watched some of that footage. Dax was with us that night. But yeah, we were watching that shit, and none of those reporters were like, this is not supposed to be happening. It's not supposed to be happening.
Yeah, because they revel in the destruction.
I want to show you something else, but I can't because I'm a good person.
Really?
Yeah, no, seriously. This woman, her mom tweeted her or texted her. I'm sorry. Texted her, good morning. Happy 4th of July. And she tweeted. Now, I know all of this because the chick who is involved here posted the screenshots of the conversation with her mother. And I can't share it because she posted it with her mother's phone number showing.
Oh, what a bitch.
Well, it's funny because a whole bunch of people posted themselves tweeting to mom with positive responses. So anyway, nice. Mom says, good morning. Happy 4th of July. She's like, blah. And her mom says, what? It's a beautiful day out. And she goes, no, it's just the 4th. There's no reason to celebrate it. And her mom's like, it's a great day out. It's a good day to just relax and have fun. Plus, it's a good thing to be American. And the bitch responded, I'm paraphrasing here, but something like, no, it's not. And she posted this thinking she was going to be celebrated for it. Instead, she got drugged so hard, she deleted her account.
Good. Fuck that bitch. Cancel culture goes both ways, and you're backing people into a corner to where they're going to start canceling these insane leftos.
Pat says she protected her tweets. No. She deleted her account. That account is gone. She might not have deleted it completely. She may be able to reinstate because I know you used to be able to do that with Twitter. But yeah, her account is now gone. She got so much shit for it. Meanwhile, her mom, whole bunch of people posted pictures of them, texting the mom, saying, yeah, happy 4th. Great day to be an American. It was fucking amazing. But yeah, I can't show the picture because it's got mom's phone number on it. And I'm not that kind of a dickhead.
No, that's not cool.
You can't post your mom's phone number like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? And mom was just wishing her a good day. And yeah, told her it's a good thing to be an American. No, it's not. Yeah, bitch, go anywhere else. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. There you go.
Right?
We'll go right to the end of the dare spectrum. Fucking cunt. Low Res Boy says, do a screenshot and black it out. I am not that committed to the cause.
You're talking about like 5 minutes of work, dude. And,
yeah.
Come on now. You've seen this show.
That's more effort than I put in ever. That's so sad, Jack, because it's true. Oh, man. The bitch who was whining about her white neighbors having a party, she blocked me and protected all her tweets.
What? One person criticized them and they ran away and hid like little cowards? I am shocked. Hold on, let me contain the surprise on my face.
The funny part is I wasn't even rude to her.
Well, you don't have to be. Criticism is violence, remember.
I know.
Their thin little skin can't take a little bit of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have done that. How dare you oppress me? Speaking of which, Rudicus Prime sent something to me on Twitter that was a little video of some people singing about America.
Yeah.
And it says cringy and awful as you would expect from somebody with a nose ring.
Oh, God.
And I think you'd enjoy it. Think of it as some surprise cringe.
Where's it at?
It's the second link in the chat,
Okay.
our chat.
Doo-doo. See, this much I'll do, you guys. Let's see where we.
I already watched it. It's only like 20
God.
seconds long.
Oh, God. The one on the left there, she kind of looks like Arix.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who Arix is, you should watch the show more. All right. We'll blow this up. Turn on the sound. I need to turn up my sound just a hair. Oh, no, my sound's pretty loud. All right. Here they are. They're going to sing about America?
Yeah.
Okay, they don't deserve full screen. There we go.
I'm ashamed to be an American when not all folks are free, and I won't.
Who's not free in America?
The women's. Nice pause game, by the way. That chick looks like she just got done blowing it, dude.
Right? They're about to spittle swap.
Yeah. But I mean, look at these two. And they're obviously free to sing a song against their country, which in some places would get you thrown in prison for a long time.
Yeah.
They look healthy, in a relative sense, like they've eaten this week and probably several meals.
Yeah, they've had a few.
Yeah, and old pancake titties on the right there. She doesn't look like she's hurting for anything. You know, she probably has a car like a Prius, and they have clothing that looks like well kept. I imagine they both have a place to live. I don't see what anybody would determine as oppression, but please continue.
I was going to skip the pancake titty. I saw it, but I was going to let it go.
I wasn't. Gross.
Don't forget the enslaved who died and built this place for free. So I proudly lift up all the folks who are still oppressed today. Cause there ain't no doubt this ain't our land. Fuck Trump and fuck the USA.
Get out.
Right?
There you go.
Enjoy Saudi Arabia.
Get the fuck right out.
Thank you for sending that, Rudicus. That was irritating.
The planes leave all the time. Go anywhere else. Anywhere else. And
Right?
try that shit. Anywhere else.
Yeah,
Good
go
luck.
to North Korea. Enjoy your time.
And portrait
film and
mode.
landscape. Oh my God.
We need a class for children that teaches not to play in the road and to turn your fucking camera.
Yeah, you know how they have those PSAs in Australia so that the Aboriginals don't huff gasoline and sleep in the street? We need that for dumb people here.
It's Atheist Icon's mom's birthday. Mom, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Atheist Icon's mom. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's still a better song than what those two bitches just sang. I like that they sat there. They put time and effort into making those lyrics.
Yeah. And practicing.
And practicing, yes. Because they even had the hands up. Although they weren't in sync on everything. They got to get their dancing together. They need to watch a little more K-pop.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Do some para, if nothing else. Come on. Haven't we all watched enough J and K-pop to know some dance routines by now?
Right.
I know I will enjoy quite a bit of it.
It's not that hard, and it's not even like they're trying to get hip movements or steps together. It's just raising their hand. Or what the one that they really missed was the cutting the throat thing. No, this isn't my land. Well, then what the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out. Shit, your ass won't even go live on a reservation. I mean, then you'd still technically be here. You don't have to go even that far. You don't even have to go to Canada. Just go see if the local Cherokee tribe will help you out. Go call yourself a refugee.
Right? Enjoy your time there. Hey, Undoomed, how you doing?
Undoomed, how you doing, my friend? If you're bored, let me know. I'll send you a link. You can come hang out with us, and we'll talk about stupid people. Stupid people are on the plate today. Oh my God. We got to talk about a Karen. Where'd he go? And this is the proper use of the word Karen. Thank you, Dragon Mage. He says, trade the commies with Hong Kongers. Yeah, no shit.
Any day.
I'd be happy to. We'll just send boats back and forth, swapping them out. And then good luck to them. So in regards to that Summer, her name is Summer Taylor, by the way. I only know that because I just saw her name on the screen. In regards to her being hit, this guy said, the amount of victim blaming in these comments is astonishing. I must have reported a dozen accounts in 5 minutes, and apparently at least one a repeat offender back on Twitter after being banned. Victim blaming for people saying, get the fuck out of the road.
Yeah, phrases like, don't play in the street, suddenly monstrous.
Fucking assholes. Am I supposed to play in the street? I can't remember. You know, the Diaz chick, apparently, before she went out that night, she recorded herself in her hotel or wherever the hell she was about how nervous she was about going out because it could be dangerous. Like, ooh, foreshadowing.
That's called common sense. It was creeping in, trying to alert you to possible danger. It's like a natural spider sense that people have that says, hey, maybe this could be dangerous.
I don't know. Playing in the street's always fun, right? Remember last night? Get back in the street, you guys.
Yeah, because nobody learned anything. So aggravating.
No, Jack, I don't know if you saw this. I talked about it right before you came on. Not only did the police say that they were not allowing people to go back on the interstate anymore, they allowed them anyway. They shut the interstate down again last night because of protesters.
Yeah, they can't keep doing that shit.
Enabling them makes it so they can do it. It's almost like it's a cause and effect. I've gotten so snarky talking about these people.
Well, it's hard not to. There's a point where it's beyond parody. It's kind of the life pose law thing. Just send the link.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, Spaceman and Stoolman really stole the show last night.
Oh man, I wanted Stoolman to get arrested so bad.
Right? With this super stool of sitting.
And yeah, it's not victim blaming. Dangerous Spaces points out. It's not victim blaming to try to remind people you shouldn't play in the street. It's going, see what happened to her?
Right.
You don't want that to happen to you.
You know, when you tout a bad example, so like, hey, this is what can happen. That's not victim blaming. That's pointing out the bad things can happen. It's sort of like suddenly a video of a guy getting electrocuted by grabbing onto a power line shouldn't be a warning not to pick up power lines. I don't understand this. This is common sense shit. We shouldn't have to explain this.
Oh, dear God. Thank you, Furry Kitten, who says, would a Chinese general election cause a worldwide Viagra shortage? Think of Aurix with that one. Election, erection.
Yeah.
Sorry I have to explain that one. Some people are at home going, I don't get it. I had to do it. Remember to lock your car. Why are you victim blaming? Yeah, lock your door. Don't play with fire. Idiots. Did you happen to catch the argument that was on Twitter yesterday, where this moron was trying to claim that the police were gassing people's homes in
What?
Seattle? In Seattle, they shot tear gas into people's homes.
Well, if you count the protesters launching fireworks in a jail, I suppose that's one way of looking at that.
No, they their excuse was this: people who lived in CHAZ could smell the tear gas when tear gas was fired, so they were firing tear gas into people's homes. Like, I don't think that's how it works, moron. Undoomed, my friend, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I am well. I'm sore but happy, and that's a great place to be.
And how you doing, Jack?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad. How you been, man?
Oh, just I've been doing a lot of my day job stuff.
Ooh, bummer.
They keeping me busy. No, it's good. I mean, like everyone else, I wasn't sure what this thing would do to my personal economy, but at least as far as that goes.
Are you wearing a mask? Uh-oh, did he cut out on us?
Yeah,
I think we lost you, bud. We lost Undoom's audio. He was telling us something, and let's see. I can smell barbecue next door. Doesn't mean they're barbecuing in my house. Yeah, there's a lot of great analogies with that idiot's statement. But they gassed people's homes. They really didn't. They gassed some people on the street who wouldn't get the fuck out of the road.
well, it's funny because they'll run into traffic and then say that you're gassing drivers in their cars.
Yeah,
That's not how that works. Oh, there it is.
Can you hear me now?
we can hear you now.
Okay, well, that was random. Nothing happened here. I could see nothing, but I just reloaded the window.
Yeah, we just lost your audio. Yeah.
I could hear you. I could hear you fine, but apparently you can hear me.
Are you on Chrome?
Yep.
Yeah, welcome to Chrome.
Does StreamYard even work with anything else?
I don't know. Is when Hangout started making us use Chrome, I just switched to Chrome, and I'm very set in my ways. I'm going to use one thing. I'm not bouncing between things like some people do because they're smarter than me.
Right.
So yeah, I just use Chrome.
Yeah, I mean, you have all your bookmarks and shit, and it's a hassle to switch.
Yeah, I don't like doing it. Listen to Undoom's new music; it's very good. Thank you for the donation, Pink Hollow. You have music? What?
Yeah, on my little side channel, Undoomed Live. I've been doing a little project that I call Music for Films Not Yet Made.
Nice.
So it's kind of film music. What I've done so far has been kind of retro. So it's kind of like the first one was Escape from Elm Street, which was kind of like a mashup between Escape from New York and Elm Street, obviously. So it's not a cover or anything, just inspiration from those movies.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I didn't know you were doing that. Thank you for the heads up, YouTube.
Yeah.
I love when they do that shit. Yeah, we've been talking about idiots standing in the road because protests are going on, and that's big in the news. So, did you see the video of the chick who got splattered?
I didn't see the video. Just heard about it.
It's not pretty, but yeah, there was a guy we just talked about. He tweeted out that he's telling on people for victim blaming. He's reporting them to Twitter because they're telling. Is that
a thing?
Apparently, if you put in this thread that she shouldn't have been in the road, like, how dare you, sir? I'm going to tell the manager. I hate these people. I fucking hate them. They make my head hurt.
Yeah. Did you ever think you'd see the day when somebody saying "don't play in traffic" would be considered like a form of hate speech?
It's just getting more ridiculous every day.
Yeah. Oh man, J.K. Rowling tried to come out and defend herself for being anti-trans, even though she's not anti-trans again.
No, she's just a little bit based.
She believes in biology.
Right. And she believes that it might be a bad idea to force shit on kids.
Mm-hmm.
Which is totally okay. You know, that's a good stance to take.
She's also worried about the medical field and how it treats women, because women and men are different.
Mm-hmm.
And those are her two concerns. And she said that repeatedly. And for the first time, guys, I reached out to JK. I don't think she's going to get back to me. But I tried to tell, look, there are trans people, actual trans people, who take your same position, who are called transphobic. There's no reason to keep fighting these people, because they're not going to listen.
No. Did you see the other writer?
The one you posted?
No. It was, I don't know. I think it was today. Yeah. Some other writer wrote, "I stand with J.K. Rowling" in her bio, and she got fired immediately.
Of course. Of course.
That is just a thing we cannot forgive. You're fired.
She's not wrong about what she's saying. And she's not even going so far as like women shouldn't be in, or men shouldn't be in women's sports kind of thing. Although I did see on the cover of Sports Illustrated the other day, I don't read Sports Illustrated, it just came across my Twitter feed. They're fighting for this woman who's she's a college runner. She's a trans runner, and they won't let her run with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, because you're a dude in a dress.
Right.
It's not fair. And whatever state it's in, they have 3 rules that they will look at to determine whether or not you can run with the girls. One of them is your hormone levels. I forget what the other 2 were, but she's like, this is so invasive. It's like they're going to try and make sure I'm a woman. Like, what? Yeah. The fuck part of women's sports are you missing?
Well, you guys saw the 23andMe transphobia thing going around, right?
Well, I saw it because Undoom posted it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I saw it, probably because of Undoom. Good job. I pay a lot of attention. It turns out there's a little thing on 23andMe's website about it. I'm looking at it right now.
Really?
On their customer care page.
Oh,
what
yeah.
did it say?
It says, I'm transgender. Will this impact my DNA test kit experience? We recognize that individuals have different comfort levels when sharing personal information with other 23andMe users, and have designed our service to give customers control over how much information customers share. While your genetic sex is never shared directly with individuals whom you may be sharing, or in your DNA relatives feature, there are some sex-specific reports that could allow others to infer your genetic sex.
Well, they didn't address the problem, though.
Oh, it goes on. It's really long, and I'm lazy. But
No, I get you, but the main problem that they had with it is that it shows the person who gets the 23andMe what their genetic code is.
Oh, that's
Right.
down near the bottom. I'm genetically male, but identify as female. How can I protect my genetic sex?
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew they were going to cave, so, I mean...
Yeah, it's all about capitulation to the mob now.
And obviously that company is going to cave, right away, because it's like, what is it? The sister of Susan Wojcicki or whatever her name is.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wow.
It's either
Look.
sister or stepsister or something like that,
Jeez.
You're taking a fucking DNA test. What did you think it was going to tell you?
Yeah, and it also doesn't fill me with confidence to give that kind of information to a company that's probably owned by Google in some way.
I
Yeah.
get you there. Yeah.
That's probably just, no, you should probably not do that.
Yeah,
I kind of want to do it because I want to see what kind of mutt I am, because most Americans are. But
I've heard that they fudge a lot of shit, so
So
probably
have I.
don't use that company if you're interested in doing that shit.
but look, somebody whining. For those of you who didn't see it, the 23andMe post that they were asking about, it wasn't even the person that had the test. It was a friend of mine. I talked her into doing this, and she was born a male, but she's a female now. And it came back and said she had XY chromosomes. What the fuck? Is there a way we can protect her?
Yeah.
Like, oh dear God. We've talked about it, about these people denying science many times. This is literally them doing it with a scientific report in front of them.
Well, here's the thing. If you're not grown up enough to take that information in and accept that, then maybe you're not grown up enough to actually consent to having gender reassignment surgery and stuff.
Right?
Funny, right? Real quick, Mighty Balzac, thank you. In Australia, we used to call them a cock and a frock. And thank you, Rudicus Prime, who says, hi, Monk, Jack, and Velvet Voiced Undoomed.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you for the donations, and hello. Hope you're having a good day. Denying reality. You know, whether you like it or not, trans is delusion. That's what it is. It's your body. Even not talking about your trenders here, actual transsexuals. That's what it is. Their mind is like, this isn't right, even though it is.
Right.
So there's no way around that.
No, I mean, it's just, for me, I take the libertarian standpoint. I don't give a shit what you do to your body if you're an adult. Go nuts. It's not my problem. It's just, when they try to do it to someone under 18 that I have a problem with it.
My problem with it, and I'm with you. If you're doing it to yourself, fuck, it's you. I don't give a shit. I'll laugh at you, but fuck it. For me, it's not just, going, it's the preaching of it. It is the preaching that things like biology don't matter.
Right.
It's kind of important. There was that thing in England with the NHS. I mean, they have their National Health Service over there, and they had trans people who were upset because they weren't being told about their yearly OBGYN checkups.
What?
You don't have the GYN, you idiot.
That was Jessica Geneve or whatever her name is. She had a tirade like that. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's a Canadian bitch.
Yeah. The tranny who, looks like the back end of a bus.
Yeah. Okay.
And she was pissed off that the I can't even pronounce that. Wouldn't see her because obviously she's biologically male. So the gynecologist won't see her. So she was really pissed off and sued them and obviously lost like she always does.
Angry Illinoisan, thank you. Hey, Monk, we're getting the long game stream tonight. Oh, are we getting the long game stream tonight? Yeah. How long have we been going? I will finish up here probably in about half an hour and then go spend some time with the wifey poo. And then, me and Satsu will be gaming over on 2 Cents Plus. Jessica's a dude. Last I knew, Jessica had gotten, was she convicted for some of the violence and shit she did?
Yeah, she attacked a reporter or something.
Right.
Yeah, she attacked the reporter when she was coming out of a hearing that she had just had.
I never heard how that shit ended. Did she get convicted?
Last time, I want to say she did. She got convicted of something, and she's still facing charges for a whole bunch of other things.
Right.
So,
and she lost all those cases too, so she probably owes a lot of money.
Yeah. Because she's also the one, for you guys who don't remember, got really upset because hair salons wouldn't wax her balls.
Right. That's her original claim for fame.
Yeah. And then it's found out that she did creepy shit like taking pictures in a female bathroom with a bunch of little girls in the background.
Of course she did.
Hold on, let me contain my shock.
Yeah.
Reaching out to young women and asking them if she should help 12-year-olds if she's in a bathroom and they have their period. I'm not making that shit up. It's out there. You guys can go look.
So creepy.
That's going to be a big no.
Yeah. You shouldn't need to ask that question. That's a no. Even if a 12-year-old came up to you and said, "I just had my period, I don't know what to do," you go, "Hang on a second, I need to go get someone else for you."
Yeah, go get the mom for fuck's sake.
Jesus. Yes, guys, I realize Jessica's a dude, but I'm on YouTube, so I'm using the pronoun she because I don't want to get thrown off over something stupid.
There is that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do have to play their game. I can make fun of her all I want, though. As long as it's not about any physical appearance, even though she looks like a potato was thrown against a wall. Jack, you're going to start removing white genetic results for black people who hate white people. That is one of the funniest videos out on YouTube. Did you guys ever see that? The black girl who got her results back, and it turned out she had a lot of white blood in her.
No.
Yeah, she was like quarter white, and she freaked the fuck out.
Why?
Because she is militantly black. Militantly black.
Okay.
And she got her results, and she just freaked. Because she did it live on the it was funny as fuck. Like, well, you'll be fine, sweetheart.
That's why you don't do that stuff live.
No, you read that shit first, Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Well, she's not smart, so.
Well, the thing is, she read hers behind the scenes and then released it anyway. Like, see, somebody 1 billion years ago fucked an Indian. I have some of it in me.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense at all. All right, let's see what else. What else did I run into over here on the? By the way, if you guys have run into anything that you want to talk about on Doomed, you can bring it up at any moment. I just kind of go through the shit I've seen today. I want to talk about Bill Kristol for a moment because that guy's an asshole.
What did he do?
What's that?
What did he do?
He tweeted this out. He is militantly anti-Trump. He's a conservative who's militantly anti-Trump, hates Trump.
Oh, the commentator. I thought you were talking about Billy Crystal.
No, not Billy Crystal.
Yeah, me too.
Bill Kristol.
Okay.
He tweeted this out. At Mount Rushmore, Trump called, quote, "all men are created equal," a divine truth, and said the founders declared we are endowed with the same divine rights. Fact. Whatever the status of God in the Declaration, those are natural rights secured by us in the course of human events, which he puts in quotes there at the end. This is the atheist argument, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he takes a shot at Trump here when his argument is with Jefferson, because Trump didn't say anything wrong about what the Declaration of Independence says. It says our rights are endowed by our Creator, and they are solidified by the governments that we put into place. But he takes a shot at Trump here, like Trump is saying, God gave us these rights. Well, he's talking about the Declaration, and that is what it says. This is how petty they get.
That's really petty. It's like, I don't give a shit, is my response.
Okay, Native, thank you. Warren is verifiably the whitest person in the U.S. She's very close. I think Sean King might have her beat by a little bit.
Yeah.
That kind of racial purity shit used to be restricted to like the white supremacist movement.
I saw somebody call him Thurgood Marshmallow.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I had never seen that one before. I laughed a little harder than I should have. No, with this Undoomed, I'm with you. I mean, like, go fuck yourself, dude. But this petty little shit, it's kind of like the thing with the video we talked about earlier, guys, where they cut off the first half of what Trump's talking about, so it makes it sound like he's talking about, like he says Desert Storm was in Vietnam. Trump says stupid shit. He does. Right. You don't have to make it up.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they will twist it anyway. That's just what they do.
Yeah. It's I've been on an anti-press thing for probably the last month.
Well, that's why they get so mad when somebody points out them faking news. We're not fake news. We just manipulate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like funny to watch.
Like there's a difference.
Yeah. Funny to watch. That's why the CNN guy coming out and actually correcting the record was so weird, because it's usually CNN that's pulling this shit. Well, like, we never do that. Really? You want to talk about we need our weaves? We need peace. No, what she was actually saying is go burn down other neighborhoods, which we're seeing now, and people are going to start getting shot. We've already seen homeowners coming out going, get the fuck off my property. Eventually, somebody's going to get shot in this shit.
Yeah, there'll be dead bodies before this is over.
And it'll be, why? She was just coming at her with a gun and she shouldn't have shot her.
We
they've
were
always,
just a peaceful mob stealing all their shit. I don't know why they shot at us.
yeah,
Yeah.
these fucking peaceful mobs. It is amazing how these peaceful mobs break so much shit. It's purely accidental. They're trying to throw stuff in the garbage can, but it's a giant rock that happens to go through a Starbucks window. Their aim is just really bad. That's the problem.
I think if there's one thing we've all learned from watching these streams is they treat the whole world like it's a garbage can. That's why they resent garbage cans so much.
Oh, God.
It's a sign of restrictive oppression.
Undoomed, after the streams we do at night, we've been watching multi-streams of the protests going on in Seattle and Portland.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of garbage these fuckers put all over the street is insane.
It's staggering how much trash these people produce. Other than themselves, I mean.
Well, yeah, other than that, of course.
It's fucking mind-numbing. There's trash cans all over. They got them on the streets for you guys, and you just throw it in the street. But then we saw them set it all on fire, so maybe it's just kindling to them.
Probably. I mean, they got to have a good fire every 15 minutes in there.
Oh man, they actually set up a fire last night. They went and stole wood and built a bonfire in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah, I don't know if you were ever a Boy Scout Undoomed, but it was the most inefficiently built fire I've seen in years.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, a 12-year-old tenderfoot Boy Scout could start a fire better than these clowns.
Mm-hmm.
It was embarrassing. You could hear their fathers, like, testicles withering from shame.
I have to show this one just because it's funny to me. Putting it on screen now. I'll read it because for those of you who are just listening along, this is a sign in some shop window. It says, please ring the doorbell to let us know you're here. But please don't ring it over and over like that dipshit Doug Husted. That's just irritating. Thank you so much.
Who the fuck's that?
I don't know, but Doug's an asshole, apparently. Fucking love that one. Just made me laugh. Oh, God. What else did I see today?
What about Kanye running for president?
You know, I saw a thing where there's a rumor that this is just a way to promote a new album that's coming out.
Might be.
And I wouldn't be shocked if that's what it is.
It could be.
What if the album title is the number 4 and president, and it's got a big picture of Trump on the cover?
Oh, it should be.
You know, album. It might just be called like President, the actual album. You know,
or campaign.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, lots of things.
I could see that. Kanye is kind of a weird dude, so
he is, but he is good at marketing. This motherfucker is really good at getting his name just out there.
Fuck yeah.
And remember, the bad press is still better than no press.
Mm-hmm.
It might not always seem like it if you're in the line of fire of the bad press, but still. How many times have we seen people take bad press and make a career out of it?
Yeah.
You know, now people just, you know, run away or capitulate or whatever, but you don't have to do that.
No, it's much better. There was a story we read probably 2 or 3 months ago now about people who have suffered the worst of cancel culture, including that chick who made the joke flying to Africa that she won't get AIDS because she's white.
Mm-hmm.
Who's probably if you guys have never heard that story, look her up. It is such a fucked up story what happened to her. But there was a whole bunch of these people. They've actually formed kind of a support group together. Okay. And they've learned that the way you deal with this shit is to just deal with it. Just be like, go fuck yourself. It was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you capitulate, the mob is never happy. They want blood. And you don't have enough to give them.
Yeah, they're a frenzy of sharks. You can't give in to that.
Right.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, Kanye's next album should have him wearing a Speedo with Taylor Swift's face on it.
Oh my, that would do it.
Just commit to the bit. But I'm not in charge of Kanye's marketing department, probably for good reason.
No, I think that would actually be a good marketing campaign. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I have no idea how serious he is.
14 people shot at 4th of July gathering in Atlanta. Of course.
What? People shot in Atlanta where the cops don't want to do their jobs for fear? What?
Dude, I saw the statistics for Chicago. Oh my God. It was something like 61 people shot this weekend.
It's down from a couple weeks ago when it was like 83.
I know. People were too busy having fun.
Apparently.
Oh God, yeah. That was another part of that article, Undoomed. I read an article on CNN where they talked about the realities of what happened at CHOP.
Right.
And it wasn't actually a horrible article. It was a okay article. Half fair, I would say. But the sheer amount of just we don't understand how grown-ups should be acting. The sheer amount of them being shocked that without police violence happens, that gangs move in, that the homeless move in. It was like, where were you educated? Because I need to talk to your teachers.
Yeah, it's like they think that as long as they just vote for the opposite side of Trump, they're just all around good people.
Yeah. Hazmat, thank you. Did you see Call of Duty remove the OK symbol from the game? I might have. If I did, I don't remember it.
Is anyone surprised at this point?
Yeah.
This censorship crap is getting out of hand.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Grum's thread on Twitter?
Yes. Yeah, the one where he was talking about everything getting cancel culture, basically going through the steps that have happened.
Yeah, and censorship and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one, guys, where he was talking about how Alex Jones was a test case to see if it was okay to start removing people and see what the backlash was like. Or some of the other ones he did, demonetizing, shadow banning, all this stuff we knew they did that they denied they did in the beginning. And then turns out, oh, yeah, we were doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Curating the trending lists. Hazmat, thank you. Even though you could do war crime in the game. Look, anybody who's Satsu's actually calling me right now. I'll talk to him in a little bit. Yeah, you can do all kinds of horrible shit in Call of Duty, but yeah, don't make that okay sign. No, Grums's tweet was I went through a lot of it on the air actually because it was so spot on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great.
It's exactly what's been happening. It's just the slow erosion of dissenting voices in these obvious ways that they deny is happening. And then like once they realize that they're not going to get a huge pushback from it.
Yeah, it's the frog in the kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's frightening because think of how much stuff they're keeping the public from seeing and how much that forms the way people think. That's some Orwellian nonsense there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Google with YouTube and Google search combined, they're, the most powerful entity on the planet, including the president and in the entire legislative body.
Indeed. And they're the ones that are getting to form the narrative. And don't forget, guys, this isn't on accident. It is not. After Donald Trump was elected, that video leaked from that Google meeting that they had, where they got up there and they actually cried because Trump was elected. And we can't let this happen again. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Well, look, a little election interference when you're a big tech company, it doesn't mean what you think it means.
I am all for them having whatever goddamn opinion they want and pushing it as much as they want. I'm just not in favor of them silencing dissenting voices in the process.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of them, suppressing search results. That's fucking Chinese government shit.
Well,
they're popular video. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
When your social credit score improves, you'll get to see that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
There are popular videos on YouTube where if you search for them by name, they will not come up in the search results.
Right.
You have to go to that person's channel and go looking for the video because it will not come up no matter how you search for it. Or if you're lucky, it'll be on page 5 of the search results.
Yeah, that Dame Pesos video
Yep.
about the TYT reacting to the 2016 election, that got buried for a long, long time. It's still kind of hard to find.
Right, but it's the same thing with me. I'm buried on Google. If you search for me, you will not get any videos of mine. You'll only get other like response videos to me or shit like that. There's nothing for me.
Yeah, not shocked.
Well, we can't have the voice of reason around here, buddy.
No.
Can't have voice of dissent at all.
Yeah, and if you're not subscribed to Undoom, why aren't you? Here's his link.
Thank you. No, but I don't understand that. It's not like I'm saying something egregious or extreme or anything. I'm just, making fun of some weird shit.
But that's, part of the problem is it's not even that you're making fun of stuff. It's the rhetoric coming from the person you are making fun of. Even if you didn't address that rhetoric at all, if you just made fun of them, the rhetoric has to be maintained. It's amazing. It's amazing the stupid shit they can get away with saying. Where I got a 12-hour ban or suspension on Twitter once for calling somebody a dick. I just said you're a dick, and they can get away with. I want those kids' phone numbers and their addresses. I'm sorry, what? How is that better than what I said?
How could you get a suspension for you're a dick? People insult each other all day long on Twitter.
I got a week for calling somebody a bimbo.
Jesus.
Yeah, got to be careful. Because it was Sophie Turner going back. That's her name, right? The chick from Game of Thrones. This goes back to the abortion thing with Atlanta and Georgia as a whole. Georgia was restricting abortions, and a whole bunch of actresses were like, we're not going to do any work in Georgia anymore. Like, bitch, you do it in countries where abortion is illegal. But you're not going to go to Georgia? And I did not call her a bitch. I just said this bimbo will shoot, and I forget what country it was. I want to say it was Ireland or something where abortion was illegal at the time, but won't go to Georgia. And for that, I got a fucking 7-day suspension. Calling her a bimbo. Like, damn.
7 days as well.
The asininity of the differences in punishment is insane. Absolutely insane. There was a guy who literally said he was going to go kill the Covington kids who did not even get a full day ban.
Right.
And I know he was reported because I reported him. Guys, I'm not for reporting unless it's an actual criminal threat. And this one absolutely was. And yeah, he didn't even get a day suspension. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, he has the right opinion though.
It's so weird what you could get suspended for. It's like there's no rhyme or reason. I don't know the rules. It's just vague. I have no idea. You dick. Apparently that's not good.
Yeah. My favorite one, and it's my most famous one. The audience knows what it is. I said somebody was as sensitive as a clit, and I got 7 days for that. Cat Black. I know it was her that got me suspended too, because it was her I was in the argument with. And it was a month later. We start arguing about something else, and suddenly I get suspended for that. I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Thanks for proving my point.
Pretty much, yeah.
I got a 3-day. I get 3 day every time I call somebody a tard. Yeah, furry kitten retard is not allowed as an insult over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 12-hour suspension for. There's like this political activist in England, and she does all her speeches nude.
Oh,
right?
I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah, and when she uploaded to Twitter, it was censored. So I was like, "Hey, show me your tits."
Yeah,
that got me suspended.
Yeah, she's a little doughy too, guys. She's
Yeah, she's not a pretty lady, but you know, it was just weird that,
show
that
them.
I mean, she does it live all over the place, and she there's videos of her when she's doing it without any censorship. So it's just weird that she started doing that, or someone did it for her, probably.
And it's not against the rules.
So it was just a funny comment. Like, you always show your tits in all your other stuff. What's up with this?
Yeah, it's not against the rules. You can show straight out pornography on Twitter.
Of course.
They've even come out and told us that. So
it's a bit weird to get suddenly shy like that.
Well,
yeah, it was
maybe
weird.
Her mom follows her on Twitter.
If you're known as the nude speaker, I mean,
yeah,
that comment shouldn't shock you.
Yeah.
When you suddenly censor yourself.
A statue of Frederick Douglass was removed from its base during the 4th of July holiday weekend. Of course it was.
Well, you know, they're going to call him an Uncle Tom now because he was friends with Lincoln.
Dear God, what a fucking world we're living in right now.
Yeah.
I, for one, am looking forward to my time at the hotel gulag that they put me up in.
Right? Yeah. I hope we get close rooms so we can still talk.
Yeah, we'll do our show from like our prison cells.
I'm like over here. Aliens, come and take me away. I will literally pay you.
Right?
Yep. You know, I saw this tweet today. Somebody said the word communism should carry the same weight as Nazism in American middle school and high school history classes. And I actually shouted out loud, yes! I've been saying this for a while, guys. I do not understand why communism is acceptable. And I know why Nazism isn't. I know why it's not. I just don't understand why communism is.
No, it shouldn't be.
I give it a year before they start giving you shadow bans for using the word communist or communism in a pejorative sense. Because if you're not talking the glories of the Marxism, you're a wrong thinker. So just wait. The bans for that will be coming. That's my.
But check. At least in the bread lines, you get the bread.
Maybe, but I don't want to wait 4 hours for it. Fuck you, Sanders.
The weird thing is,
taught people to read.
The weird thing is, I think we already have the social credit system. We just don't know about it. Google has it on us, and they just don't show us. So we all know that if you have the right opinion, you'll get promoted, and all your stuff will float to the top. And so they have a ranking system of people. Yeah. We just don't know about it.
We know about it. They just won't admit it.
Yeah,
right.
Give them time. When they're done paying off all the politicians, we'll have that. I'm half convinced that Google is owned by China at this point.
Yeah.
Tashawn in chat says because the professors themselves are communists. Oh, look, I've railed on that a lot, and I probably will again because.
What?
What happened?
Did he mute suddenly?
I guess so.
What the fuck?
How did
I get muted?
I was thinking maybe I lost my connection or something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but
no, I got muted. I didn't touch anything.
No,
I didn't.
Google is diddling your account.
Right?
Both of my hands were on my desk. This is one of those times I wish you guys could see that I had if I had a camera so you guys could see how I was sitting, because I was getting into this shit. But what I was saying is that professors and the media are our biggest problems in this country right now, because you have professors teaching people to be stupid and then the media confirming that they're right. And it is a fucking marriage made in hell. And the commies are coming. And I'm not going to let them have my country. Fuck them.
They're already here, man. They're not even being subtle anymore.
No, do you mind? Back in the 80s, man, if somebody was called a communist, they would come out, I'm not a communist. Now they're like, yeah, so.
Yeah.
The
And?
brazenness.
Like, of course I am. It's the right thing to do. Like, no. I saw a graphic because somebody pointed out, all of the people who were killed under Stalin. And somebody put up a graphic that the number of people killed because of capitalism. And they listed the people who were killed in Katrina. I'm like, what?
What?
Almost all of the people that they had listed for dying died from some natural disaster, and that's capitalism's fault.
Yeah,
What?
because under communism, you wouldn't even hear about it. It'd just be like some randos nobody cared about.
Yeah, they'll just delete all records of those people and
Yeah, they never existed.
Yeah.
Who's John Smith? We've never heard of him.
Nope.
There's that famous
Never heard of
picture of
that.
Stalin with that guy just erased.
Yep.
Just fucking erase him, man. Oh man.
Yeah,
Might want to see
that's
the
stupid.
I want to see the eyes on stream now. What? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, that's why I was muted. Must not speak against the glory of the media. Me and the media don't get along because most of them are full of shit. They're a bunch of goddamn liars. It's not that hard to tell the truth. And it's actually their job. And then they'll bitch like, you won't let me do my job. You won't do your job. Shut the fuck up. Fuck.
Yeah, I just wish they would stop having opinions. Just present the facts.
Yeah. Or you know what? Present the facts and then give your opinion. Fuck, I don't care. They're allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
don't-
but that used to be op-eds and shit.
Exactly. Don't put it in your news section.
Right.
The other night, Donald Trump gave a speech in front of the Mount Rushmore there. And almost immediately after it was over, an article, not an opinion piece, an article appeared in the New York Times calling it a dark and divisive speech.
Okay.
That is opinion.
Right.
No, that was a headline article. I'm like, oh, you fucks. I hate these people.
Real fast. Thank you. This is Kyle for the donation. Everyone just simultaneously thought their internet died out.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I hear these two talking. I'm like, what did I miss? Because I didn't say anything that exciting. So I'm
Sorry.
like,
Sorry, we can't let you think that way.
yeah. Gentlemen,
Everything should be in Hal's voice. All right.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you do that.
Can't let you say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do need to close this out. I need to go hang out with my wife for a little bit before we go do the game stream. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Thank you so very much for the donations. You guys are so very generous, and I really do appreciate it. Best audience on the planet, and we really did get to see that last night with the support you gave over there on Eyes On. I want to thank you guys for that as well. Jack, anything you want to show today?
I'll throw a link to my latest video in the chat. Thanks for the donations. You guys are awesome.
Undoomed, anything you want to show?
Maybe I should throw a link in or something.
Yeah, if you got one.
I got one.
You got your link to your thing over there on Undoomed Live? While he's digging that up, guys, we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus playing some 7 Days to Die here at about 7 o'clock. I might be a little bit late. I'll have to let Satsu know that. But keep an eye on Twitter. We always tweet it out when we go live. There was something else.
All right. I don't know if people can see that, if I have permission to post a link, but I did.
I don't see it. I didn't see it come up.
Here, I'll post it in there for you.
What the hell?
It's probably censoring you. It's been doing that a lot lately.
I don't know if he has permissions. Say hi in chat real quick, Undoomed.
Hi.
Why isn't he a moderator already? Jeez, monkey.
I know, because I'm. There we go. So now you can drop your link. Sorry about that, bud. Thank you, Google. That was my fault, not theirs. I'm just fucking with them. Chat, thank you guys for joining me. Jack, Undoomed, a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Here's where I sing about my penis.